selection is for mature audiences only. So if you can't stand the heat, stay away from the fire.
It's another beautiful day to be a raider, draped in the silver and black. I represent the shield, I represent the swords. It's that time of night again, Raider Nation, and you come back. Why? Because it's time. It's time to bring them.
What's up, Raider Nation? I am the Commish, coming to you live, as always, from Hardcore Challenge Live Studios. And where is that, might you ask? Well, in case you forgot, or you're new in town, let me give you some simple directions. It's just down the street, past the house with the boarded up windows. Make sure you stop and ask my man Joe. He's a gentleman and a scholar, as well as a man of commerce. Slip him what you should, and he'll point you in the right direction. You're going to go down the street and take a left, and then you're going to take an immediate right. As you find yourself strolling down the street, you're going to pass a deep dark alley to your immediate right. As you pass that alley, you're going to be hit with a cool-ass breeze that chills you right to the skeletal core. Is it the autumn wind? You goddamn right. Should you venture down that deep, dark alley? Well, of course you should, because what you're going to find at the end is a special little place that we like to call deep behind the enemy line. This is Raider Reaction. And as it is every Tuesday, almost wasn't this Tuesday, but as it is every Tuesday, it's the Raider Nation Report with yours truly. A solid 60 minutes of everything silver and black. And where do I even begin since I last sat down with you, Raider Nation? Where do I even begin? The last time I sat here with you was halftime. Battle of the Bay. I couldn't even bring myself to come on after the game to even voice my displeasure and distaste in what we just had to sit through. I couldn't even bring myself to deal with it again. So where do we really start? Where do we really start? Well, let's start with the obvious question. I guess it's a big question. What the hell is going on? I've never, ever, I mean, listen, I have, and I know you all have as well, we've witnessed some really, really bad Raider football in our day. Some really, really bad Raider football. However, those were teams that did not have talent. Those were teams that were poorly coached. But mostly those were teams lacking and void of talent. We were trying to find a franchise quarterback. We were going through quarterback after quarterback. We went and got the goddamn $70 million boat anchor. We went and signed Jawalrus Russell. We were doing everything possible, but we didn't have the talent on the field. We just couldn't put the talent together to win the games. But it wasn't mostly from lack of effort. The effort was there. The talent wasn't. What I seen Thursday, as they panned the sidelines, as the camera panned the sidelines, what I seen was just guys standing there, and just there was not a single ounce to give a fuck on that sideline. Not a single ounce. Not a single ounce. And it was disheartening to see. It was disheartening to watch. To see a team that just had no fight. That just came out and gave you nothing. I'd never seen that out of a team that I rooted for before. Ever. A group of professional athletes that just didn't care anymore. They're watching. They're basically. It's like an episode of The Walking Dead. Everybody around them knows that their time is limited. They don't know if when they show up tomorrow, the guy in the locker next to them is even going to be there. Right now, if you're on a 1-year deal and your contract's up at the end of 2018, I would be talking to whoever you're renting from, or you're getting your lease taken care of, or whatever, because your ass ain't going to be there. You're going to be gone. You're a member of The Walking Dead. You're just a zombie, just like these other two. Do I even need to go through their names? You know, the couple of defensive guys that we signed over the last couple of days? Who gives a fuck? They're bodies with a pulse. That's all they are. They're a name on the roster. Filling the spot so that we got 53. That's it. I see people asking, should we get excited? What's up with this guy? There's nothing up with that guy. He's nothing. One of them was on the Buccaneers last year and played 3 freaking games and got 1 tackle. You realize the Buccaneers' defensive line was among the worst in NFL history statistically last year? They were hot garbage. And this guy couldn't even get on the field with them. That's 2 now that we've went and picked up from that defensive line. Where the fuck are we shopping? In the dumpster? Shit. We're not even shopping at Dollar Tree. We're shopping in the fucking dumpster behind Dollar Tree. We're getting the old shit that's expired out of the fucking Dollar Tree. That's where we're shopping. Like, fuck it. We ain't even going inside. Let's just roll around out back. See what kind of shit they're throwing away. Hey, here's a defensive end. He's only moldy on the knee. Let's sign him. Throw him in the cart. We're taking him home. That's all these guys are. Gruden's like, I need a defensive end. I need a defensive tackle. I ain't paying him shit. Go see what you can find me. Who's out there? That's how we're filling our roster right now. And if you think I'm kidding, I mean, I'm saying it in jest a little bit, but that's basically dead spot on what the fuck we're doing. So if you see anybody getting signed over the next month, don't get excited about it. They're nothing but a name filling a slot. That's it. A name filling a slot on somebody's spreadsheet somewhere. In somebody's office. Some intern. That's probably his job. Because, my God. It's something else right now. It is a time in Raider Nation that I have never really seen or can compare to anything else. The decade and a half of suck was fuck. Half of us probably could at this point. They're taking all comers. You should probably go knock on the door. Say, hey, I'll work for cheap. Shit, I'll even do laundry. They'll probably sign you up and fire the person that does laundry. I can get this one cheaper. And they're going to throw in soap. Now, I want to share a little story with you because this doesn't happen to me very often. And so one of the branches in my company, we hired a new sales manager, and he came into my office to meet me today. And obviously, I don't share this. I don't go around pronouncing, in my professional life that I'm the Commish and whatever, all this shit. Nobody knows about any of this. I'm like fucking Bruce Wayne and Batman. But so this guy comes in my office. Now I still rock the silver and black. You walk in my office, and as you come in the front glass, there's silver and black clings all over it. You walk in, my board's got silver and black. I got the fucking big flag hanging there, commitment to excellence, and it's got all the... And my name plaque has got Raider shit on the side of it. And you walk in my desk, and you walk in, and you look, and you're like, oh, this motherfucker's a Raiders fan. So this dude walks in, and, one of the ladies from the office come in and introduce him. They sit down. We start to talk. Have a little chit-chat. And then he comes out with the, so I see you're a Raiders fan. Right then, my defenses go up. I'm on high alert. I'm like, where's this motherfucker going? I ain't never met him before. What's he about to say? And whatever he's about to say, I'm about to light him the hell up. I'm not in the mood. So, I see you're a Raiders fan. I'm a big Gruden fan myself. I was like, oh yeah? He's like, yeah. I'm originally from Texas. I was like, okay. That's great. What's that got to do with this? He's like, you know what he's doing, right? I was like, no, enlighten me. What's he doing? He said you remember the Herschel Walker trade, right? I was like, yeah. He's like, well, that's what he's doing. I was like, wait a second. I said, you're trying to equate this to the Herschel Walker trade? My mind was blown there for just a second. I'm like, wait a second. Let me digest this. Now, first off, we have to hold stock in the fact that John Gruden is going to hit on all of these draft picks. Right? Because he has such a great history of hitting on all of his draft picks prior. Right? You see, Raider Nation only remembers the short, brief period of John Gruden Silver and Black. We block out the entire career he had in red and black because, quite frankly, we don't give a fuck about them fake-ass Pirates. But the matter of fact is, that career was much, much longer and much more substantial than the one he had in Silver and Black. He had a couple draft picks, a guy by the name of Charles Woodson. He did have something, but he never, ever got the Raiders to a Super Bowl. Got us close, never got us there. Got to a Super Bowl, riding hard on the back of Monty Kiffin, the defensive coordinator, and his world-class defense. And then after that, John Gruden tried to build his own team, tried to draft his own team, tried to build it in his own image. Him and Bruce Allen tried to mold the team that John Gruden was going to dominate for years with. Chris Sims, Brian Griese. These were the guys. These were the wonderful draft class and the quarterbacks that he developed, the quarterback guru. Exactly. It was Tony Dungy's team with the Monty Kiffin defense. And he rolled with that. Now, he won. I'll give credit where credit is due. Not a lot of coaches can even get it done, even if you stack a roster and hand them the team. A lot of coaches can't give it done, and I give Gruden all the credit where credit is due. He is a Super Bowl champion coach, and there are only so many of those walking around, period. I give credit where credit is due. But where everybody is losing their mind and holding this man up like he's the fucking end-all to end-all of all coaches, is the fact of the matter is there's a generation and a half of people that only know John Gruden from sitting in a booth. They only know John Gruden because he got Gruden grinders. They only know John Gruden because he's got the quarterback camp. He's the quarterback guru, the quarterback whisperer. Really? Who the fuck did he guru? I didn't see him guru anybody as a quarterback, really. He was involved with Favre, but did he guru him? I don't know about that. He didn't guru Rich Gannon. Rich Gannon was what Rich Gannon was when he came here. He just needed a coach to get the fuck out of his way and let him play. You want to go see his guru and his mentorship of developing young quarterbacks? Go look at his history at the Buccaneers. That's where you see hand-picked John Gruden quarterbacks and what he got done with them. Hand-picked John Gruden team and what he got done with it. Hand-picked drafts, years and years of drafts, and what he got done with it. Nothing. Do you realize, and I mean, I don't know how many times I've seen it in the groups, and I just lose my mind. But we got 3 draft picks, 3 number 1 picks for next year. Magic beans. That's all you got is magic beans. They're nobodies. They're nobodies. Is that DJ Hayden? Is that Michael Huff? What do you got in there? You got some purple drink in there? You got a Jawalrus in there? He worked with him. But that make him a guru? They're saying the 2018 draft class is one of the weakest draft classes in the past decade and a half. That's what we are hanging our future on. We've now got to build our future, and the building blocks of our future out of the 2018 and 2019 draft. And 2018 is projected to be one of the worst drafts we've seen in quite some time. It's a very shallow talent pool, and that's what we're fishing in. We're fishing in a puddle. So, we'll see. But we're expecting all three to be aces. All three. We're expecting all three to be aces. I have never ever seen the Raider Nation as optimistic as I've seen over the past month. Just trust the process. He knows what he's doing. Does he? Standing 2 months ago. And if you tell me differently, I call you a liar. Standing 2 months ago, if I laid the roster out in front of you and said, do we need to tear this down from top to bottom? You would have said no. You would have said no. And if you say otherwise, you're a liar. You would have said no. Nobody thought this roster needed tore down from top to bottom. Nobody. Nobody did. But it got tore down from top to goddamn bottom. Yes, we got 3 draft picks. Yes, we got a number 1 out of Amari Cooper, which I do think was a very valuable trade. We got more than what we gave. Yes, it's great we have all these draft picks. But I have to ask you, and really, put down the sunshine and rainbow shit, and the rah-rah shit, and the, trust the process, it's just going to get better. I mean, just put all that aside for a second. Sit back and rationally look at things from a little different perspective for just a second. Ask yourself, how many times in sports have you seen this scenario played out before? Where they try to step back into the past and capture past glory, to right past wrongs, to right the wrongs of possibly your father, to right the wrongs of an organization, to try to rewrite history. How many boxers have you seen to come back and try that one last chance to get the belt back? How many players have you seen try to just stay that one more year? Oh, fuck it. Tim Brown. I got one more year left in me. Let me go play with the Bucks. How many players, fighters, hockey players, baseball players, basketball players, coaches that have always, somebody's going to try to come and get them and try to capture what used to be. You can't bring back the fire, the grit, the determination, the kid that's in his mid-30s and wants to prove the world wrong. You can't bring back that kid in his mid-50s and expect him to be the same. Do you see the same guy walking the sidelines that you seen almost 2 decades ago? Do you see it? Because I don't see it. I see a shell of a man that used to stalk our sidelines, but I don't see the same guy. I don't see the same guy. I was told in the offseason, we don't need an offensive coordinator. Gruden will take care of it. What I see is a lot of blind faith. Blind faith. And typically blind faith isn't a good thing. Because it's not educated. It's not based upon fact. I seen a tweet or a post from Lester Hayes, the judge. Trust John Gruden. Trust him and the staff he'll bring in. He's going to return the Raiders to greatness. It's awesome. Looks great. I'll post it to the page. It's awesome. You love hearing that from a great, a legend of the silver and black. But what is that really? Besides a go Raiders. Nothing really. Trust in Gruden. I did pick the Raiders to win last week. I did pick the Raiders to win last week. 100% I did. I didn't realize that was the type of team that we have now. But apparently it is. Do we win one more game this season? After seeing what you saw against the 49ers, it's hard to make an argument. Because I don't think they want to. John Gruden has broken the spirit of the team. This team is a broken team. It's not going to function properly the rest of the season. It's just not. It's going to limp through like a wounded deer. Yeah, I pretty much pick the Raiders damn near every week. So to say, hey man, you picked the Raiders. Yeah, well no shit. I convinced everybody in my office that it was a lock, man. We were going to take down the Niners. It was a lock. Yeah, lock my ass. Fuck. That was oh my god, man. I mean, the game in London was bad. I mean, even the Rams game a couple years back when we got just absolutely trucked like 50-something to whatever. It was 0. Fuck, I don't even remember. Even those games weren't. The Niners game was so bad. It was so bad. And every time they panned the sideline, oh my god, man, I just wanted to reach in the screen like the fucking Three Stooges and like, what the fuck are you smiling about? Every goddamn one of you. This one was just, it's the last battle of the Bay. It's, at some time, you think it just gotta mean something to the team too, right? It was just one of those games that you just thought, you know, listen, I know we suck. Our record sucks. The season's probably over. But we're going to go over there and we're going to whoop the Niners' asses. Because, you know, we don't like the Niners. They know our fans don't like the Niners. And we're going to do this for the fans. And it's just one of those games you just thought we was going to handle business. Even though we sucked, we were going to handle business. And you just thought that was one of those games. And to see that it didn't fucking matter to him. It didn't matter. I'd be happy too, David, but it probably ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen. Unfortunately, the Chokers are a way better team than the 49ers. Way better. We just got absolutely freaking raped by Nick Mullins. Okay? His fucking Twitter account just got certified, got blue checked halfway through the game. He didn't even have a Wikipedia page before the game fucking started. This guy's an NFL quarterback. And now we're going to go face the Chargers with the offensive weapons that they have. And Man. Listen, I'd like to sit here and blow sunshine and rainbows up your ass, but it's going to be it's probably going to be a rough weekend. And I'm really not looking forward to watching that game. I'm going to watch it. I went back and forth. Listen, I haven't not sat and watched an entire Raider game in over 20 years. I don't miss the games. I'm pissed off if I miss the opening kickoff, let alone any of the game. And I've sat through some shit, garbage-ass football. And the next 8 games that I got to sit through could possibly be some of the worst football I have to watch in my life. I hope not. Now, you got a point there, Russ. You got a point. You should be mad at the players. But when you have a coach that breaks the spirit of the team, that takes your desire to win away, that shows you that you have nothing to play for, this is the kind of quality you get, unfortunately. I don't believe the team had quit early on in the season. The Denver and the Miami game, there was a lot of fight. They could have won the Miami game at the end of the game. The Denver game was very winnable as well. In those first 3 games, I can't say quit. I say blown. But I can't say quit. Now we win the Broncos, Miami. We win those games. Things are different all of a sudden. Things are different. It's amazing what a win or so could do at the beginning of the season. It could change everything. A win or so at the end of the season can change a lot. So, we'll see. We'll see. What's up with this connection, Facebook? Why you messing with me? Oh. Facebook. Well, I didn't really plan on jumping on here for a whole show tonight anyway, so I just wanted to stop in. It's been a minute. And I've been putting together my plan for how I want to return